With green sleeves of the next pair. Behind these is Carrier de Blas in company with Esmeralda. Dame of the Cotswolds is between that pair and improving now to join them. A 5-length gap to Majestic Jameela and Vitani at the rear. Up towards the top of the hill, the third last flight of hurdles coming up. The purple of Spiced Rum, the dark blue and red of Max of Stars are the pair that have about a 5-length break over Evening's Empire, who will take it in a very narrow third position from Emotivo. Dame of the Cotswolds made an error a few flights ago, but she's been improving considerably now, gone through into 5th position to Grain of Hope round the outside of runners. Esmeralda begins to struggle. Carrier de Blas really is struggling. Then comes Majestic Jameela and Vitani, who've always been a little way behind the others. They're running downhill now. Of those that remain, there's about 20 lengths first to last. Now, this pair up front, they've been racing each other from some way out. On the left is Spiced Rum, the red and white on the sleeves. On the right is Max of Stars in dark blue and red. Emotivo, a black jacket, a yellow cap, is behind him in 3rd position as they jump now the second last flight of hurdles. Behind those in yellow and blue is Evening's Empire. Dame of the Cotswolds has passed her and taken 4th position. Esmeralda, Grain of Hope, the next pair. Spiced Rum and Max of Stars. Emotivo and Dame of the Cotswolds are both making significant headway. Max of Stars has weakened. She's back in 4th now as they have the long run down towards the final flight of hurdles. The white sleeves, Dame of the Cotswolds, has come through to join Emotivo. They surge on together as they come towards the last. Emotivo will be the leader by about a half length or so to Dame of the Cotswolds, who put in a good leap. Back in the field, Esmeralda fell at the final flight. It's 2 horses fighting it out now. Emotivo with the white sleeves, Dame of the Cotswolds, who's still playing down the massive challenge as they race towards the line. Emotivo and Dame of the Cotswolds. The judge will have to split the pair. It's on the nod. Way behind them, Majestic Jameela never got into it but stayed into 3rd. Spiced Rum is home next.
A barnstorming battle royale in the opening race here at Cheltenham on day 2 of the April meeting. Looks as though it's gone the way of Emotivo in a real scrap to the line. And we think she's just fought off the attentions and the consistent attentions of Dame of the Cotswolds back in 2nd. And indeed, Emotivo has been called the winner on handicap debut, 11-1. Darragh O'Keefe and Henry de Bromhead. The front 2, Dan, pulled miles clear of the rest.
Remarkable drift out to 11-1 from what, 15-2, 7-ish. Yeah. Even on the show, that strong pace had a few of these. They were crying for their mummies, weren't they, at some point, a few of them. Majestic Jameela completely taken out of a comfort zone. Carrier de Blas was a difficult horse to assess, but the market reacted negatively to her late on. She made a particularly bad mistake before halfway. We really don't know how good she is, even after.
She's been particularly disappointing, hasn't she?
Yeah, it was a tame effort, and I thought in a race that Spiced Rum and Max of Stars have teed up as we assumed they would. They're both front-running types. Max of Stars the weaker of the two in the finish. I thought it was just going to go perfectly. Not so for the flatbred necessarily. Emotivo, who cruised up, going really well. But the fact you've got more of a stoutly bred type in Dame of the Cotswolds far side. Rail near side, never a bad thing, I always think. And in a ding-dong tussle under these sorts of conditions, she has had the stamina to see off a horse who's probably still a bit of a work in progress. She didn't have any flat experience. She came from bumpers. She won a junior bumper. At various stages on the running, I was just assuming that she was just going to go on by and grind down Emotivo, but the winner has clearly benefited no end from these less testing conditions, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to factor in throughout the course of the day, because a lot of these horses on the card, these mares, will have been running on bad ground, and this is completely different to that.
Absolutely. Turn the form around in no uncertain terms with Spiced Rum, who eventually finished in behind. Hopefully Esmeralda is okay after that final hurdle tumble. Looks to be up and running just fine, as does the jockey in the end. But
I got 4:07.70 for it, and just try and link it back to Cheltenham Festivals when the ground was really tested. I think the Supreme was running 4:18, so it is completely different.
Yeah, contrasting conditions indeed. But